And now you can already see overlay updated Puppypaw 1-0 game. The games have extended a little bit today, and that's a good thing. So we're jumping into the final series at 1-0.
Exactly. We're going to take a quick look at our groups as well. Marine Lord, 3-2 against Byzantine. Core, can we call this an upset?
I mean, that's up to that. It's up to you. It's up to you. I think my
Big
guess
upset. Kiljani 3-0 against Core. Now, honestly, I think Core plays really solid at the moment, so I'm surprised that Kiljani played it that cleanly. But then again, recently when I played on ladder against Kiljani, like he's like super strong as well. So
also, you say cleanly, but I will say there's a lot of 3-0s I've seen that are not that clean. It just ended up as a 3-0. So you never know over here until seeing the game. But Core will have to go through Ball Tune in the elimination round. Meanwhile, about to be jumping in to Puppypaw versus Corvinus. We just casted the Vortex versus B loser this series, playing the loser that we just saw, and Beastie versus Louis versus Beastie versus Louis, and then Mayomeka versus Demu.
Exactly. That's gonna be the games that are gonna be coming up tomorrow. Wham! 2-0 versus Mahodo. That one should still be going on. And Anatan 3-1 versus Scarlet Devil. That game also got cast today, that said. And now it's about time for us to be jumping into our game number 2 between Puppypaw and Corvinus. It's going to be on Dry Arabia, Byzantines versus Delhi. One of the few matchups that I want to say Delhi isn't favored in.
Yep.
It's not a clear victory for Byzantines, I want to say, but it's like a 55% chance that Byzantines is probably going to win this one.
Yeah, but Corvinus, he does get probably one of his favorite civs out there. He is comfortable on Delhi. He has probably played Delhi most out of anyone, or close to the most out of anyone out there. So we're going to get into game number 2. Puppypaw leading the series 1-0, playing as the Byzantines, and Corvinus as his near and dear Delhi Sultanate.
Exactly. And here we go. Typical opening here, of course, for the Delhi. Mill as an opening. We'll be able to get a lot of resource from Barry. Do we? Yeah, there we go. Okay, Wheelbarrow getting queued up is a free upgrade for Delhi Sultanate. Free Scholar coming in as well with the completion of that mosque. Nice placement here of the cistern for Puppypaw is going to be able to buff up both the gold, the food underneath the TC, as well as the berries once he goes for the Grand Winery. So has all of that completely secured and buffed up at the moment.
Yeah. Not seeing the outline of the next cistern wall and then cistern like we saw B do earlier on. Puppypaw just, he's like, I've played Byzantines enough. I'm not going to forget to make my next cistern wall and get prepped where it's going to be. We'll need another house or building first. And now, just seeing those scouting patterns, I don't think there's going to be any too crazy of a sheep differential. A little bit of some visual glitching out here. We'll get fixed up in a sec.
No, that's a viewer's monitor.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Go buy a new monitor.
Everybody.
This is the sign. Everybody.
Everybody needs to go buy a new monitor.
Looking at the sheep hole, Corvinus, 7 sheep following behind his scout. So it looks like Puppypaw probably... Actually, I wanted to say has the lion's share of the sheep here, but doesn't quite look like it, as there's only 4 sheep following his scout at the moment.
Yeah, just both of them just, they'll get their sheep eventually over here. Wine and dine winery going down, though.
Yeah, only HM with 3 villagers. That's interesting. I feel like typically we do see like the normal 4, maybe even sometimes 5 villagers being pulled for the age up, just so you're able to get the bonus resource in a little bit quicker. Since you do just get that much olive oil from the berries.
Yeah, it's just such a crazy thing to get extra resources in.
Yeah, it's the reason why we see Byzantines on 1 TC out eco on the resources gather graph other civilizations when they go 2 TC. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah, it is crazy for sure. But Puppypaw, he doesn't care. He says, no rush to get my extra olive oil, my extra resources. I'll get there eventually. I'm prioritizing some other things right now.
We are seeing an early barracks coming in right now. Okay, that's
a very early barracks.
That's a very early one. I'm wondering what exactly this is going to be the reaction to. Or, well, not even a reaction. What's the...
It's a very proactive play.
What's the game plan? Yeah.
I mean, I will say almost 90% of the games I watch from Delhi, they drop a stables right off the bat, no matter what, and go Ghazi. So
pretty much immediately.
He's going to be able to have the correct unit there, but I feel like, again, it's not like you need that out and like taking the map control. It's not like he's going to have like be able to like kill the Ghazi as they come out. Corvinus is just going to run away from Limitane if he sees them.
Yeah, behind this, we are also just getting a second mill in for Corvinus, so he's going to have that second mill where he will be able to prioritize an upgrade like Pro Scouts, for example. So he's going to get Pro Scout and Horticulture in at the same time. And a job is about to complete now for Corvinus as well, as it just did for Puppypaw. Upgrades are getting queued up immediately. We do see that Pro Scout being queued up, Sanctity being put in queue as well. All the other economy upgrades now in queue for Corvinus as well. Scholars getting queued up from that Dome of Faith. Pretty big discount there for him. We are getting the first couple of Limitane now in queue. And check Corvinus base, see if he goes for stable immediately, or I mean the scout's about to arrive, so he's gonna see what's going on.
Oh, it's a blacksmith.
Okay.
Scout starting to try to burn down one of those mills. It is that one mill is out of TC range, so if he did push forward with the Limitane, he could start burning it down if he desired, but looks like it's just kind of more of a defensive game plan. And does this make you think he's just going to go right into the longbow contract too?
And longbows make sense, right? Like, longbows in general are just always a really, really good unit to go into. Keshiks, I mean, you don't really get that big mass of Keshiks in. Like, they're nice for raids and all, but I feel like against current Delhi, where they can go for Pro Scouts and have a lot of safe economy, it used to be the case that Delhi has to, like, move out onto berries. But in the current meta, I feel like that's not usually as much of a case, so... But we are getting the Keshiks in.
Okay.
All right, interesting.
And if you actually looked at Corvinus's base, he did drop that stables right as we panned away. So his first military building is still a stables. He just prioritized the blacksmith first to get a little bit of some upgrades in. But that's where Puppypaw, he's going to have 5 Limitane out before the first Ghazi even comes. And he's, oh my gosh.
This is, if you don't want to go Pro Scouts, this is what you do. You just lure him in with your Limitane. Wait.
And how many resources is the Limitane if you think about comparative to the Pro Scouts? Like, this is going to be able, and he's going to be able to use these later on compared to Pro Scouts. Like, once you're done bringing the deer back in, you're done.
Yeah, this is good value. Very good value here. For Puppypaw.
Doesn't have to waste all those resources on scouts either, even though scouts provide vision too. But a lot of time you end up losing quite a few of them when you're going pro scouts and sacrifice for the food security that you get. But this is some nice food security from Puppy. Great APM being able to deal with that. And now let's see him move out and across the map.
Man, that scene with the deer lure just kind of like reminded me of like some 300 scenes right there. Pushing them closer and closer to the edge.
Oh, yep. And great scouting by Puppy as well. Sees the scholar moving out, following in the path, has the... Oh my gosh. First scholar down, for sure. Bah!
Yeah.
Immediate charge in. Scholar falls. There's an archer there as well. Puppy might split off a Keshik, but more importantly, he might just go kill the other scholar before the next sacred site goes down. And I'm not sure what's going on the east side, but I think Puppypaw might be denying that one as well.
Yeah, it does have a Limitane out there. And it's just unusual for Byzantine. I mean, Byzantine messes a lot of units very quickly, but typically not this quickly.
Oh, Scholar has been able to sneak away for the time being. Puppypaw knows, though. He knows. It's got to be somewhere. Oh, and there it goes. The A move. The A move. I could not see that at all.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about that one as well.
Oh my gosh. And this is why it just shows you the importance of A moving. When you see we saw it earlier in the game with B too, where like he didn't know where a villager went, and you just A move into the location and it'll close down if it's like hiding in a wood line or hiding on the edge of the map.
Yeah, exactly. And now, I mean,
Corvinus cannot take this fight. No, absolutely not. If those continue to kite back, the Keshik close the gap. If the Ghazi turn, then the shield...
Pierce damage then.
Yeah. I mean, shield...
He has a pierce damage up. Oh, misclick onto the deer. Archer stop moving.
And that's some extra damage that the Keshiks are able to get. The Ghazis are the chosen unit to keep their lives, and actually he decides to turn back around. I don't know why. I think you just got to get out at this point and just run.
Yeah, the unit composition for Corvinus just feels like not having the information.
Oh no!
Look at so close. It is so close to being captured.
And instead, it's a scout there with it. He's trying to heal up the scout, but the scholar's gonna go down.
Such a rough one. I mean, maybe. Okay, he's distracting the Keshiks.
No, there's not a chance.
Oh, Scholar is gonna.
No, don't get off. Oh, the Keshiks are on now.
Oh no, and yeah, he's focusing the Scholar.
No. And now the Keshiks get to take a fight against the Ghazis. This is just continually going downhill over and over for Corvinus. This is such a tilting game for him.
Yeah, everything that could have gone wrong for the Delhi in this one did go wrong.
Well, and I mean, he gets the Ghazis away, but then leads the Keshiks right into the archers. I think the archers might be able to take down a few of these just because the mass is big enough, and there's some scholars there too for some healing.
But look at Puppypaw's resource behind this. He's ready to go up to Castle Age now as well. Double stable getting dropped behind this as well.
And he already has 5 olive groves. Might not be much, but 5 olive groves just makes it to where you don't have to move out onto some of those other resources. He did push those deer in too, so food income is nice and secure still.
Yeah, Golden Horn Tower now coming in. Corvinus once again moves out to the sacred sites, but he's so far behind when it comes to the prospect of being able to age up to the next age now.
Yeah, I mean, he's lost 3, 4, 5 scholars. Has he even had a sacred site this game yet?
No.
I don't think so. And now Puppy even splits off those Keshiks. He says, fine, get the sacred sites. I will contest those once I'm castle. I'm just going to circle around. And now my Keshiks, they're going to be hitting your wood line.
And there's nothing there for Corvinus to defend right now.
Oh.
Actually,
there's
one spearman here, so spots it out. Attack notification about to come in. Villagers getting pulled. Attack move?
Oh, there's another spear there.
Yeah, another one coming in.
If Puppypaw focuses the spear down... Oh, no, there's another spear. Okay. Decides to run on away, but doesn't lose any Keshiks, just takes some damage. Second sacred site secured for Corvinus. Moving out to the third, and you... Oh, no. It's cataphract time.
Yeah, Keshik, cataphract, mass armored cavalry about to be coming in. More olive groves coming in as well.
Yeah, I mean, Puppypaw's just got the control. He's got the veteran contract upgrade coming on through, and he's not even going to get the sacred site, I don't think.
There's an archer and a spearman. And Scholar could
Shield
heal
wall?
up. Nope. Yeah, it's
just delay. Now it's the sacred site being denied, but the cataphracts is really what will take over this game.
Getting some Varangians in as well. Just a lot of armored units. Corvinus is actually not that far behind when it comes to the age up now. He's gotten 3 sacred sites, or at least has them at the moment, for the time being.
That's the correct unit to fight those. It's just not enough. The numbers aren't there. You need a lot more. The archers arrive. I would guess it's enough. House of Learning, 12 villagers on the backside. Will the timing be enough? Will Corvinus have enough time to stabilize here? Have enough time for some of those upgrades to come through as well?
And this one relic has already been picked up by Puppypaw and already been returned as well. We have a couple of early farms in Corvinus space as well.
Wolf. Yeah, he didn't. He was not taking a risk to move out to those back berries. Did not think he had that availability for himself. So sacrifice some wood, income, and
Makes sense with the Keshiks.
Thanks for the healing, is what Puppypaw says.
Thank you for being a friend.
Another sacred site denied. So Corvinus went from 3 to 0 very, very quick. Castle Age finishes, but Puppypaw's there. He's ready to go. He's got some units on that front side. Units denying the wall. Spears are chasing those Keshiks, but those are spears chasing Keshiks. They're just a little too slow.
Crossbows in queue for Corvinus. Got archers here as well. No shield wall coming in. Gonna be able to take a bunch of them down. How many scholars do we have in garrison inside at the moment? Probably not that many. Yeah, 3 in the mosques. A couple in production buildings. Tries to bring 1 relic back, but looks like the military mass from Puppypaw is moving forward now.
And he's just splitting all throughout Corvinus's base on top of the TCs. Villagers need to jump inside, but he needs those precious resources. He needs the food income, or else he can't produce any more units. And Puppypaw, he's got 9 Keshiks there. He's got 5 cataphracts as well. And if he cleans up the spears and cleans up the crossbows, those other units are absolutely worthless.
Yeah, Corvinus able, though, to take the fight here. Wondering where the other units are. Oh, okay, so there were some Keshiks still in the back. I thought those got taken out by the spearmen. Looks like they managed to survive.
And still attacking more and more units. Corvinus losing. He's down 7 villagers throughout this game, but more importantly, the idle time throughout all of this. Like, yeah, Puppypaw might be losing some units here, but Corvinus can't produce any more units, so everyone he loses can't be replaced right now.
He doesn't have gold. He could be making more spearmen. Has the resource for spearmen. None in queue, though.
He needs a Wololo. He's going for the Wololo. Puppypaw, he's just, I'm not going to fall for those tricks. I've seen this before. Moves back out onto the gold, so Corvinus has been able to resecure gold for the time being, but so many villagers just standing, watching, just waiting for their death.
Spearmen now in queue. Feels like it's a little bit too late now. Crossbow's coming as well. He still had a lot of food in the bank, right? So he could get a lot of units out. He just doesn't have the scholars inside of the production buildings at the moment, where he's producing from. Get the units out in time.
He just put them right in there as you said that. He went for a few Wololos. There's still a few in the Dome of the Faith trying to speed up those upgrades. They just jump back on out, but the Cataphract, I think, is going to head towards that gold, and that might just be it.
Yeah, he found this target now.
Or the ranges, both ranges with the crossbows popping out might be even better than the villagers. That is Corvinus's hope, is if he gets any sort of crossbow mass, he can push this back. But as I say that, the last couple crossbows on that north side get cleaned up. A Varangian splits off onto the scholars, onto the gold. Corvinus is at 74 food per minute. We could basically call it 0.
Yeah. Still has a couple of crossbows in queue.
Look at the health on all those. Literally, I think I don't even know if one of them had more than half health.
Missing there. Behind this, I mean,
there's a few
3 relics have been gathered up so far by Puppypaw. Could go for the 4th one as well, even though that one's like next to the base of Corvinus. Corvinus got 5 scholars in queue now. Wants to get the upgrades in that he's waiting out on. That's like one of the strengths from Delhi, being able to get so many upgrades in for free, but currently not getting the speed on them that Corvinus really wants to, because he needs these scholars inside the production building to get the units out.
I mean, this is one where if you're Puppypaw, you're like, okay, he was just idled for about 5 minutes. Like, let me just regroup for 2 minutes, get my mass, and go for it again. And that looks like exactly what he's doing. He's starting to posture towards the center side of the map. Corvinus was able to grab a relic here, but units are starting to group together for Puppy, and he will start moving forward yet again.
Yeah, Sacred Sites now also being picked up by Puppypaw. It's just going to be more and more units. We're seeing an archer switch coming in now. An archer is going to deal with crossbows, with the spearmen, with the archers from Corvinus.
And here he goes again. We talked about it. He's going for that second dive now after the regroup. Attempted Wololo. He just is not going to risk it. Let's pull back and wait.
can't really risk it when there's so many scholars nearby as well, because then you always have the potential of scholars healing each other and surviving the critical damage.
And he goes for it again. Here's 2 relics. This is where it gets really annoying here.
Buys himself time. There's not really any crossbows though. Maybe if Corvinus gets like an elephant out, could stabilize himself a little bit further.
Archer sniping down the crossbows on the backside. It's a really good micro here by Puppypaw. Has that front side of units. Another grouping of armored units splitting off to the side. Probably going to go look for some villagers instead of going and taking the fight. But I guess he can afford to do this with how much more military he has, how much more eco he has as well, winning fights on multiple different fronts.
Yeah, now this one group just pulls military to the back while the other group attacks at the front side, and Corvinus needs like all of his military on one side to take these fights. Indeed, another set of reinforcements trying to push forward. Berry villagers just ran out, so it doesn't even matter that Puppypaw was going that way, as now those villagers move back to the wood line, and Corvinus's food income is about to drop even further. Does still have some deer underneath his TC that he could be gathering up from. I suppose at the front line, need to be careful, and the mass is up again. He's just doubling down, tripling down, continuing to come for another push, and every time he comes back for another push, it's just a little bit stronger, and Corvinus just has a little less behind it, I feel like. Another Wololo attempted. Puppypaw kites it back again, just says, I'm killing units. Another relic getting pulled. Not sure if it's off cooldown yet, though. The Wololo that is. Nope, relic gets put back. And here comes another regroup, and here comes another push right after, I'm sure. Oh my god, the food income now for Puppypaw as well. Look at the olive oil that he's getting per minute, just able to pump out so many mercenary units. 640 olive oil per minute. Oh my god. He's like at the point where from the relics as well. Yeah, he's at the point where he's going to start having to drop more and more merc houses because he's getting too much olive oil. Ay, ay, ay. A wall of coming in there. Win condition timer is ticking though. It's 8 minutes. It's not like Puppypaw dropped keeps and stuff on the sacred sites. Getting more upgrades in. I guess he said, all right, those pushes weren't working, although it definitely was starting to cause an impact, starting to add on up. But Corvinus getting time to stabilize, getting time to come back. Yeah, wall's coming up. I mean, he got a lot of upgrades in for free. We're getting the first elephant out now as well. But at that time, Puppypaw, he's also starting to add in crossbows. Much needed crossbow. He has a little bit of everything in his military mass, and I guess that's part of the Byzantine civilization. You're able to do that, but even still, a lot of these are just such strong and hard units to counteract correctly. One single elephant leading the way. Yeah, Corvinus is somewhat caught up with the military count. Granted, a lot of that is the scholars. I need to like find a way to Imperial Age now to recover from this. Which is going to be incredibly tough with this food income. Yeah, so now Puppypaw moving further and further forward. You can see, look at the difference in food income. 1,500 per minute for Puppy, 379 for Corvinus. Scholars at the backside. One scholar down. Moving information. 2 scholars down. 3. No! Right as they finish the mill, right as they get ready to start it. There it is. There it is. He cannot get food. He cannot make more military. Puppypaw takes game number 2 and takes the bigger series lead 2-0. He is ready to finish this one out today. Yeah, on match point now, and total resource gathered. It's insane just how much olive oil makes a difference there as well. I mean, and it wasn't even just the olive oil. He outgathered every single thing and had 7,000 extra olive oil to add on to that. It was just a good beginning to end game plan from Puppy. We talked about he started making Limited way earlier than expected, but it proved to
to do exactly what he needed to do, push some deer in for himself early on, and then deter some of those Gazis from getting raids in and group together with his Keshiks to deny all the sacred sites from, I think it was 10 plus minutes until Corvinus started getting the first one.
Vital point here at the beginning of the game. I mean, Corvinus, he had units out, but they were the wrong units. They were the wrong units in the end, the wrong unit composition that he put his resource into. I mean, the archers, they make sense if your opponent goes for something like Lombos, because then you can actually take trades against the Limitne, and your Ghazi can try and jump onto the Lombos. But it just wasn't the case here. The Keshik and Limitne composition, they just worked perfectly against the Ghazi and archer count there. And those no sacred site picked at all.
Yeah, those first couple scholars that moved out, every single one you can see here now, Puppypaw able to clean up all the scholars. We're at 930 and 0 sacred sites picked up. And I think the next highlight will probably be pretty similar. Or maybe it's right where Puppy's going castle or already castle. And that's the only time Corvinus got the sacred sites, was because Puppy gave up the map control to go up to castle. You can already see resources now.
Yeah, Keshik's also healing themselves. There it is. Puppypaw inside the base of Corvinus. Just so much idle time being caused here as well. Villagers going down left, right, front, and center. Was trying to get the units out. This was the point in time where he needed the scholars inside of the production buildings. Has the resource for Spearman as well, but you gotta have the presence of mind there then, that if you don't have gold, that is the only unit that you can make against this.
Yep, so many losses here, so much idle time here with this first push, and Puppypaw just kind of, he played the smart and safe game. He didn't all in again. He kind of did all in again, but he kind of just chilled out after that, made sure to reinforce an eco, because behind this, it's not just units. He's getting upgrades, he's getting relics, he's getting sacred sites, and just continuing to do some damage. So solid game number 2 from Puppy there. We're about to see the actually, no, we're not going to see the finalized Barry villager push, but I mean, at this point, you can already see the graphs at the top. Puppypaw had already secured this victory for himself here.
Indeed. And now we can already see what's going to be coming in our game number 3. We're going to be seeing Ayubids versus English on Lakeside. That's going to be an interesting one. I feel like Ayubids at the moment, especially on a map like Lakeside, we've seen a lot of static pushes coming in from the Ayubids with the Manganic power. Just being able to take down infrastructure incredibly quickly. That's definitely a matchup where you can make use of that. Gonna take a quick look at the brackets over here as well. Or rather at the current scoreboard. As the set between Wham, brother of Puppypaw, and Mahodo has finished up. Wham winning that one with a 3-0. So we got an update on that series as well.
Yeah, and so winners rounds will be tomorrow, while the others will be next week. So Wham Anatan tomorrow, I believe. And then obviously all the winners rounds as well will be following this tomorrow. Same timing as always.
Indeed. All right, so it's going to be a little bit longer until we're going into our game number 3. Potential match point now for Puppypaw. That means we get a little bit of time in order to tell you all about Twitch Prime. Did you know that you can use Twitch Prime if you have an Amazon Prime account in order to subscribe to EGC TV live on Twitch? That way, not only do you get rid of pesky ads, you also help out EGC TV, bringing all of you these amazing tournament games. But I think I hear confirmation that we're just jumping right into our next game. Screw the countdown. We're doing it live.
We're ready to get in.
3. Yeah, here we go. Lakeside, Puppypaw playing as the English up against Corvinus in the color red as the Ayubids.
Both scouts see each other in the center. They both path over to the side, and both players are dropping docks. Who is surprised? Not me at all. This is the normal start to this map here.
It makes sense, right? You see fish, you're like, okay, need dock, got a dock, will dock, and dock they will. And yeah, it's food income. It is a lot of free, well, not free, but good food income.
Yeah, so you won't complain
Pays
about
off
that
so
a little
quickly.
bit, you know, little bit of extra food to support you through that mid game. And Ayubits definitely will not complain about that English. It just makes them have to rely on their farms a little bit less, especially in the earlier stages of the game when they're weaker.
House of Wisdom now coming in for Corvinus. Are we gonna get something like potentially we could get a advancement wing coming in for Corvinus? Because those of you that don't know, that's the discounted wing where you only need 30 gold to be able to age up.
Yeah, usually on hybrid maps, we do see this a lot. 3 villagers will just do a long distance drop off. Usually you'll see that right off the bat, though, where they just get the gold at the very start and then they just send everyone to food and get that much quicker age up timing and then get the resources for the immediate galley during the age up. But not seeing that here, so I don't know if we will see an advancement.
Yeah, doesn't look like it. I think we are getting a mining camp up on the gold mine, so probably not going to be the advancement wing here. Puppypaw already has 2 villagers working on that age up. Rather on getting gold for the age up. How many fishing ships are we on so far? 2 fishing ships for Corvinus. 2 for Puppypaw. Corvinus, as the Ayubits, only has to pay 75 wood for the dock. Puppypaw, as the English, pays full price, but does get a nice little discount there on his fishing ship, as well as any ships in the fuel age as well, any military ships.
Yeah, Puppypaw sending a ton of villagers onto the sheep under town center, probably wanting to make sure that there is no quicker age up play from Corvinus. Will have a timing to react to that, and with that much food income that he's getting, his age up's going to be very quick. He hadn't, I don't think he's been continuing to produce those fishing ships, but
it is advancement wing.
Advancement wing did come through. He just decided to build the mining camp, which seems odd.
Looks like he just wants to be able to potentially get a Springled ship out as his first ship. But he's already overgathering a little bit for that.
And Abbey of the Kings is on his way as well. So, you know, while Corvinus will have this timing, Puppypaw not too far behind with this timing, actually.
Yeah. But not only do you have to pay less resource for the advancement wing, it also comes up quicker. Yeah. So it gets completed quicker.
A little bit quicker. Puppypaw still has those 4 villagers on it, so making up for maybe a minuscule amount of the timing. I think it's 20% quicker with advancement wing. I know I feel like they've changed it like 3 or 4 times since the very start of it.
Yeah. Has had a couple of adjustments coming its way.
A second dock being dropped by Corvinus there into the mid-map, so wants to have some quicker reinforcements or quicker aggression as far as that naval fleet goes.
Yeah, double dock definitely will work out for him. We've seen it before, right? Like having the ability to win water on this map can lead to a very explosive growth in the economy as well, if you're able to get a dock up on your opponent's side and take their fish as well.
Meanwhile, Puppy, he's still chilling with that single dock. He is waiting for Abbey of the Kings to finish. Obviously, with the Abbey of the Kings, we'll have the king able to roam the map. Usually that causes a reaction in and of itself to combine out with obviously getting feudal. And Springled ship is the first choice from Corvinus.
Yeah, Archer ship now in queue as well. Could top it off with the demo ship. Then he has 1 of each. If he gets all of them up to the dock, he's going to be able to completely lock that down. All coming in for Puppypaw.
Puppypaw's able to make the correct choice because he has his scout burning that dock. So he sees the Springled ship come out. He knows it should not be a galley he immediately queues up. It should be a Springled ship himself and then a galley after it.
Yeah. Demo ship in queue for Corvinus behind this.
Fishing ships jump on inside. That demo ship not going to be too far away, but going ahead and making these Springled trades, which is beneficial for Puppy. He gets that healing from the dock, gets the healing from the fishing if need be. Galley does arrive to hit the other fishing boat, so Puppypaw does need to be careful of this. Fishing boats jump inside the dock, but and 1 falls. Springled ship starting to focus the galley. However, demo ship just got scouted out. Fishing ship needs to jump out, do some healing potentially, but the galley at the perfect time.
Able to potentially take down the galley though.
And he does take down the galley. Puppypaw went for a fishing ship. Swap on the
second
other
demo.
side. Second
On the other side as well.
And that's the key. Demo. If the demo's at full, or galley's, wow, Springald's at full health, it doesn't die, and it's just wasted resources. Puppy wins out on water and cleans up all of the early Oh no!
Oh my God! What?
No!
No way!
Oh, this is over.
No way! It is. It's actually over. Wait, counter outpost? Counter outpost? No, he's pulling the villagers. He's pulling the boys.
The king took a lot of damage there.
Wood villager. But it's double villagers. He could just run. Cancel?
Cancel.
Cancel. It's not canceling. Ooh, you better cancel now. Puppypaw, you better cancel now. Okay, he cancels. He's not gonna get any wood back from that one. Yeah, he got like 10 wood back.
I still think the idle time he calls is 100 wood worth, right?
It was more than worth it, yeah. 100%. Okay, the wolf would have been crazy if the wolf took down the king there.
That dock is so low from the scout. Oh my God.
Yeah, it is. It actually is. But now, I mean, Corvinus, he's going to have to abandon it. It barely has any HP left. And then, yeah, double sprinkled ship. That's going to be more than enough. So Corvinus, he's going to have to forfeit on the waterfront. We'll need to now look for a potential age up into Castle Age.
No, he says Camel Archers is his play. At least one Camel Archer. He made one Camel Archer. Maybe to just force a reaction, force that king back away, try to snipe the king out as well.
Wait, is Puppypaw still making an outpost in the Stealth Forest?
Yeah, I think so.
Or is that the barracks?
Oh, it's a barracks and an outpost.
Why choose? Just get both.
And now, I mean, he has water for himself. He's got plenty of support here. Oh, it was a desert raider.
Corvinus, he could just go for the economic wing growth now in Castle Age. And that way, water doesn't really matter to him anymore. Because he's going to have, like, more villagers, and Puppypaw is going to have fishing ships then, in combination with the villagers. Ooh, Horseman didn't find anything.
The problem there is just, it just takes so much time even for that to come through. In the next 2 minutes, if Corvinus goes for this age up, is Puppypaw not going to just end the game?
With Spearmen, I don't think so. You can't burn down the TC with Spearmen.
Yeah, but you can make it to where the extra 7 villagers that pop out don't have any resources to gather from.
True. True. I'm not sure how viable that is going to be. Corvinus is going to be able to click the age up soon. Oh, he went out to stone. Oh, no.
Another villager falls. The king gets out at
King lit.
4.
Oh, never mind. It was the psychic power there. The psychic rage from Corvinus that managed to snipe the king out.
Yeah, but here come the spears.
Oh, no.
And longbows now to follow this up, and the king's already back into queue. The stone expand. I don't know what the stone was going to be for. Outpost emplacement,
Second
maybe.
TC?
With no military.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Longbow's now going to start sniping out the villagers from gold. There's no outpost that can be finished. There's no. This is
big villager.
And it's dead.
It's a snipe.
And I think that Desert Raider's still like 2 health too.
Yeah, Corvinus is going to have to go back to his second gold mine. And behind this, I mean, Puppypaw, he invested into military units, but he's still very close to being able to age up himself. And he's got a lot of economy advantage right now. How many fishing ships does he? He doesn't even have that many fishing ships. How many workers did he kill? It wasn't just
6?
like the one there. Yeah, but like
3 fishing
ships.
boats and 3 workers, right? And I guess
true. Yeah, the king killed a lot. The king did kill a lot.
I mean, and now this is one where he's able to have the military and age up. Meanwhile, Corvinus has just been.
Oh no! Oh no! It's the Reddit build.
Oh my gosh! You think he's just gonna start producing rams out of it, or trebs?
I think Trebs.
Oh, this is such a fun game to finish out the day with.
It is.
I mean, it's not fun if you're Corvinus, but it's fun if you're a viewer. It's fun if you're a Puppypaw. It's fun if you're a Puppypaw fan. So 11 villagers on that white tower, and the king's actually going to go ahead and run through since Corvinus still doesn't really have any military out, and just sit in the wood line for now.
Yeah. Age up comes in for Corvinus, but the timing is very similar to Puppypaw's age up now.
Look at the resources he has in the bank. Even Ubit's supposed to have a ton of resources, and all he can get is like 3 things.
Yeah, veterancy on the archers doesn't feel good when you got a keep in front of your base.
And it doesn't feel good when... How many archers does he have out?
Yes.
It seems like a misclick. Like, I don't know. He has one range. He can't even make archers.
Oh my god.
We want
We
trebs.
don't have a trebuchet out yet. Puppypaw is getting the resource. He's walling off the sides as well. No way out. Oh, is he gonna transport the king over? I think he's gonna transport the king over.
And there's the treb in queue.
It's a lot of villagers on gold. Siege workshop coming in now.
So the problem now is like Corvinus is going to go for a siege workshop. He needs a lot of the wood to be able to, produce his own trebs to try to take down the white tower. But he's on that back wood line already. And Puppypaw, you said he might be doing a little king transport ship drop over here soon.
Could be. Could also be a villager that he sends over. Oh, nope. Yes.
Okay.
What's he gonna do with that? Oh, and a ram as well. So we're getting both of our wishes fulfilled.
Yeah, we get both. The ram's great because it's like, it's not taking damage. It's gonna effectively take out everything on the front side of the path. You don't need to have it focus on the TC, but a stable's still valuable for you. And now, go ahead, move forward to that TC. Start adding up. Is it in range of the white? No, just barely outside of the white tower.
Ooh, yeah. He's just scooting and shooting.
So what
Spearman
production building
well.
is Puppypaw dropping on the backside? Stables? Barracks? Just go men-at-arms?
Dock first for more eco.
A dock first for more eco? Okay.
And second trap. TC is taking heavy damage now. First trap comes out for Corvinus. I feel like maybe he doesn't even want to go for trebuchets, but just mass manganiques. Because with manganiques, you can actually take down
units too.
Units and the fire shot.
Look at the Rams escorting the units on the trap.
No,
oh my gosh!
No, he's
yes! Oh my gosh!
Oh my god!
The Ram escort.
Corvinus doesn't have a defensive backline anymore without that TC. Oh my god, the clown car, the melee clown car.
And I see the outline of something right up there, maybe next to the relic for Puppypaw in yellow. Is it going to be a production building on the backside? Oh no, I'm lying. That's just the relic.
That's the actual relic, yeah.
It looks yellow. I don't know.
4 trebuchets and in range of all the production buildings here. And he can fire onto the landmark as well.
I thought that's what he was just going to go for, but there's so much health in the landmark. He's just finding more value, taking down the production. If there's no military, there's nothing else he could do.
I mean, there's not a lot of wood available in the back of Corvinus base as well. He's going to have to go for the far wood line.
Yeah, and I mean, wood that he needs to build production, wood that he needs to build more siege, wood that he needs to build more lumber camps because he needs to build a lumber camp on that backside. He doesn't have that that type of wood income here in a second.
Villagers starting to repair. House of Wisdom. Repair on the House of Wisdom at least is free. Repair on the main TC, not so much.
But 4 villagers versus 5 trebuchets, that's gonna be difficult to outheal that.
And another one. Another one. Yeah, that is incredibly tough. I mean, Corvinus is gonna have to go at some point, right? Like he can't not go, but there's a big argument not to go when there's a white tower in front of your face.
Yes. Look at the villagers! No! They just ran out of that wood line.
Help. Where would...
Oh. He's still just sitting on stragglers. He's opting not to go for that back wood line. Guess he doesn't. He knows he doesn't have the timing. And there is a single man-at-arms.
It's not even castle age man-at-arm.
It'll do the job. It'll do the job.
Crossbows coming in though. There's not a lot of help remaining in the landmark. It's time to burn! He has to go. Corvinus has to go now.
The timing is now or never.
It looks like it's gonna be never.
It's 2,000 health left in it. 1,500. It's still going.
The trebuchets, they've got the aura. They're taking quicker.
He needs to commit. It's still 1,200. 800. 500. Next
500.
round.
300.
Oh, game over.
The shit goes down.
Puppypaw takes the series 3-0, and what a way to do it. He is a man of the people.
He gave us what we wanted to see. The forward white tower rush coming in from Puppypaw against the Ayubids. Man, that was brutal. That was a brutal game.
What an exciting day of games. I mean, the games we got to cast, even the 3-0 lives up to some expectations of some excitement. Just crazy series. We saw the 3-2 from B versus Vortex that, I mean, any game could have gone either way. It was crazy back and forth.
Yeah, 100%. Oh my god. I mean, the beginning, like, look at this. The beginning here, it looked so good for Corvinus. But then the demo ship. That's the thing on water, right? Like, it can snowball just one misplay.
Yep.
And then suddenly you've got nothing left on water.
And those early exploded demos are one of the things that I feel like is the biggest bait. If you're exploding a demo ship, you got to know that you're going to finish off that sprinkled ship. If not, do not blow it on up. That's that first early pick. Well. The excitement. Yeah. Honestly, if Puppypaw hadn't have tanked that TC fire as much as he did, that outpost 100% would have been up. Yeah. There wouldn't have been any villager pull. Yeah, it was. So this game could have been over a lot earlier than it was, but I'm glad it didn't end early. Corvinus pulled the bills, denied the tower, and then instead gets humiliated a different way, I guess.
I mean, this play, the ram spearman clown car. Oh my god, that was on my bingo list today.
Not at all. Little men-at-arms just providing some idle time, providing some annoyance. This is also where we see the wood line had completely run out, and Trebs just out damaging the heals and closing out the landmark snipe of all things. I mean, it's not really a snipe because it was a long siege down, but a landmark victory at that.
Yeah, 5 trebuchets. I mean, with the English buff as well, so much attack speed on them. God. And there it is. GG comes through, and that means that we're now gonna have all of our sets done for today.